after leaving the hiding places of corpses and the gates of shadow where Hades dwells apart from the gods, I, Polydorus, was the child of Theseus' daughter Hecuba, and Priam was my father, who, when the Phrygian city falls by Greek spears, terrified, sends me away from the Trojan land towards the house of Polymestor, our Trojan guest friend, who cultivates this most fertile Trozonian land you see here, ruling his horse-loving people by spear. My father secretly sent with me much gold, so that should Ilium's walls ever fall, his living sons would not lack livelihood. As I was the youngest of his sons, my father also sent me, herded me from the land, as I was able to bear neither armor nor spear with my young arm. So while the country's walls remained upright, and the towers of the Trojan land remained intact, and Hector, my brother, remained fortunate with his spear, I grew quite well with the Thracian man, my father's guest friend, with upbringing like some a wretch. But when Troy and Hector's life are lost, and the heart of my fathers was raised, and Priam himself before the god-founded altar fall, slaughtered by Achilles' son, desecrated with blood, my father's guest friend then slays me. Long suffering for the sake of gold. And then after the slayings of the sultan swell, he releases me, so that he may keep our gold in his own house. I lie upon the shore, sometimes in the seas tossing, borne along by the many cycles of the waves, unlamented, unburied. But now I float above my mother Hecuba, having abandoned my body, suspended now for a third day, for as long as in this Trozonian land, my ill-starred mother from Troy has been present. And the Achaean ships lie thick at rest along the shores of the Thracian land. And the son of Peleus appeared above his father's tomb. And Achilles checked the entire Greek army, although they were directing their sea voyage homewards. He demands my sister Polysena as a blood victim for his own tomb and a prize. And he will obtain this. And from his men friends, he will not lack gifts. The assigned destiny drives my sister to die on this day. 2 corpses of 2 children, my own and my ill-starred sister's, as I will appear in the surf at the feet of a slave woman, so that wretch that I am, I can acquire a grave. For I demand the powers below that I acquire a grave and return to the hands of my mother. So all of this will be mine, as I wished it to happen. But now I will withdraw from aged Hecuba, for she appears from behind Agamemnon's tent, bearing my phantom. Oh, you mother! Though born to ruling households, you now see slavery's day. Your current misery matching your earlier success, some one of the gods ruins you in repayment for your earlier prosperity.
Leave the old woman from the house, children. Leave your fellow slave lifting her up. Once your queen.
You, women of Troy,
Take, bear, send, lift me, grasping my aged hand, and I, leaning on the twisted staff of my hand, will speed the slow-footed step of my joints, placing it out in front of me. Oh, blinding light of Zeus, oh, shadowy night, why ever am I carried away at night thus by fears, by phantoms? Oh, mistress earth, mother of black-winged dreams, I send back the nocturnal vision, which, through dreams, I saw, learned, and understood the fearful vision of my child kept at Thrace, and about my dear daughter Polyxena. Oh, gods of the earth, save my boy, who, the sole remaining anchor of my house, inhabits snowy Thrace, under the protection of his father's guest friend. Something new will happen. Some mournful song will come to mourning women. Not ever has my spirit been so incessantly shuddered. Feared. Whenever could I see into the godlike mind of Helenus and Cassandra, Trojan women, so they might discern these dreams for me? For I saw a dappled deer from the wolf's bloody claw slaughtered, rent from my knees without pity. And from this I fear now. Achilles' phantom came to the high crest of the tomb, and he was demanding as prize one of the spear-won women. So from my girl, send this thing away, you gods, I beg you.
Hecuba, quickly to you I drew away, leaving our master's tents, where I have been allotted and assigned as slave, driven away from the city of Ilium, at the Atlantis point, here hunted by the Achaeans, relieving nothing of your sufferings, but bearing a heavy burden of news to you, lady, a herald of pains, for in the full assembly of the Achaeans, it is resolved that your daughter will be a sacrifice to Achilles. You know when he mounted his tomb, and appeared with golden weapons, and he checked the sea-faring flotilla, who sailed straight at their ropes, shouting out this: "Where then, Danes, do you think you're going? Leaving my tomb without a prize?" A wave of great strife crashed down together. Rumor ran asunder through the Greeks' army of spearmen. To some it seemed best to give the sacrifice to the tomb, while to others it didn't. But there was one looking after your welfare, the one keeping the god visited back into bed. Agamemnon and his two sons of Theseus, the budding shoots of Athens, were orators of double speeches, but they agreed in one sentiment to guard Achilles' tomb with a fresh greenery of blood. But they said they'd never prefer the bed of Cassandra to the spear of Achilles. The efforts of the contested speeches were somehow equal until the shifty-minded, sweet-talking, crowd-pleasing liar, the son of Laertes, persuades the army not to reject the best of all the Danaans because of a slave's sacrifice, nor that anyone of the dead, standing by Persephone, should say how, from Troy's plains, Danaans departed ungrateful to Danaans, who came on behalf of Greeks. Odysseus will come quite soon to drag your foal from your breast and launch her from your aged hand. But go to temples, go to altars, sit suppliant at Agamemnon's knees, call on the gods in heaven and those below the earth. For either prayers will prevent you from being bereft of your unhappy child, or you must behold her cast down on the tomb, a virgin blood reddened by a black gleaming stream from her gold-bearing neck.
Oh, how unhappy I am. Whatever should I shout? What kind of cry? What lament? Oh, wretched woman of wretched old age, of slavery not endurable, not bearable. Boy, who protects me? What family? What city? Gone is my old man, gone my sons. Which path do I take? This one suffering Trojan land. You brought suffering and pains. You destroyed and destroyed me utterly. No longer is my life admirable in the light. Oh, wretched foot, leave me, aged, to this hall here. Oh, child, daughter of a most grievous mother, come out of the house. Hear your mother's voice. Oh, child, come out so you may know what report I hear about your life.
Ah, mother! Mother! Why do you cry? Heralding what news that you have flushed me from the house like a bird with this terror?
Oh, my child.
Why do you mourn me? The prelude seems bad for you.
I, your life.
Out with it, don't hide it any longer. I fear, mother, why ever do you raise your lament?
Oh, child of an unhappy mother.
But what is this thing you will announce?
Your slaughter. The collective wisdom of the Argives assigns you to the tomb for son of Peleus.
Oh no, mother, what do you mean? Explain these troubles to me, mother. Explain them.
I proclaim, daughter. Ill-spoken rumors. They announce to me the judgment of the Argives' vote about your life.
Oh, terribly suffering one. Oh, all-enduring. Oh, mother of a wretched existence. Such an outrage, despised and unspeakable, as some god sent you. No longer, hereby you no longer a wretched child, but a wretched old woman, shall I share slavery. For you see me as a mountain-bred calf. You wretched see me, a wretched sapling, torn at the hand and cut at the throat, set down under earth, where in Hades I, wretchedly, shall lie. And miserable you, mother, I warn you with tear-drenched sturgeon, but for my life, its outrage and mutilation, my lament takes no part, for a stronger fortune has fallen to me, to die. And now look, Odysseus comes hurriedly by foot, Hecuba, to signal summoning story, to you.
Lady, I think you know the army's decision, and that the vote is final. But still, I shall speak. It seemed best to the Upians to sacrifice your daughter, Polyxena, at the high mound of Achilles' tomb. They assigned us to be the escort and collector of the maiden. The administrator and priest of sacrifice will be the son of Achilles. So you know what you must do. Do not be torn away by force. Don't come into a scuffle of hands with me. Consider your defenses in the presence of your troubles. For it is a wise thing to keep your wits, even in the troubles that can help.
Aye. A great trial is at hand here, it seems, full of groans and not empty, of tears. But I, at least, did not die when it was necessary that I die, nor did Zeus destroy me, but he sustains me. So I might see troubles greater than troubles, I, the wretched one. But if it is possible for slaves to raise questions to free men, not painful nor biting the heart, then it is necessary for you to respond to these things, and for us who ask them to listen.
It is possible. Ask away. I don't begrudge you the time.
Do you remember when you came as a spy to Troy, shapeless in rags, and from your eyes drops of blood dripped down your chin?
Yeah. I remember it didn't just touch the edge of my heart.
And Helen recognized you and informed me alone.
I remember that we come into a great peril.
And as a humble man, you touched my knees.
So that my life or death is still on your robes.
What then did you say as my slave?
The invention of many words so that I not die.
So that I saved you. And I sent you from that land.
So that I see the light of the sun now.
Are you not, therefore, ashamed of these plans? You who has experienced at my hands what you claim to have experienced, and you treat us not well, but as badly as you can. Ungrateful is your race, you who value the demagogue's honors. Were that you were not known to me, you who would harm your friends. Worry not if you should say something currying favor to the mob. But yet why, believing this to be a clever thing, would you set a vote of murder against my daughter? Was it that necessity compelled human sacrifice at a tomb, when it is more normal to kill cattle? Or was it that the desire to pay back the killers of Achilles with killing justly aimed murder against her butt? This girl did nothing wrong to him. Helen ought to be the one he requests slaughtered at his grave. That woman destroyed him and drove him to Troy. But one of the spear-worn women must die, one surpassing in beauty. This shouldn't come from us. The daughter of Tyndareus is most splendid in form. And she was found committing wrong, no less than us. I set this argument in competition with justice. And may you answer back these things when I demand, for you touched my hand, as you say. And this great cheek in supplication. In return, I lay hold of the same parts of you, and I demand back that favor from them, and I beg you that you don't rip my child from my hands. Don't kill her. Enough are dead. In her, I have joy. And I forget my troubles. This girl is my consolation for many things. City, nurse, crutch, journey's leader. There is no need for rulers to rule what they need not, nor for the lucky to believe they will always succeed, for I once was. But now I am not. A single day removed all blessings from me. Still, O face of a friend, show reverence for me. Pity me. Go to the Achaean army and dissuade them, for there is still jealous anger at killing women whom you did not kill before when you threw them from their altars. But pity then among you. There is a custom of equality for free men and slaves concerning blood, your status, even if you should speak badly, will persuade, for a speech coming from the disreputable is not as strong as the same one coming from the reputable.
A man's nature is never so rigid that hearing your groans and lamentations of long evenings, it would not shed a tear.
Hecuba, accept my instruction, and don't by your anger make the one who speaks favorably hostile in his thoughts. I am prepared to save your bodily life, at whose hands I have been fortunate. And what I said to all, I will not deny. Since Troy has been sacked, we give your daughter as a sacrifice to the first man in the army as he demands. For in this matter, many cities struggle, whenever some man, though noble and eager, still takes away nothing more than his inferiors. But to us, Achilles is worthy of honor, lady. a man having died most nobly on behalf of Greece. Isn't this, therefore, shameful? If we use him as a friend when he looks to the light of day, but when he is dead, we no longer do. Well then, what will someone say if ever again there's some mustering of troops, or struggle with enemies? Will we fight, or will we be in love with our own lives, seeing that the dead man is not honored? And for me, at least while I'm alive, if I should have something small each day, that would be totally enough. But my tomb, I would want that worthy of honor, for gratitude lasts a long time. But if you claim you suffer pitiful things, listen to me in response. There are among us old women and men, no less wretched than you, and brides bereft of their bridegrooms, whose bodies hear the dust of idle lives. Endure this, for if we think wrongly in honoring the dead, we accept the charge of stupidity. You barbarians don't consider your friends friends, nor do you hold in awe those who die nobly, so that Greece may prosper, while you receive what matches your desires.
Aye, slavery is always by nature bad, and it compels unnecessary suffering during violent conquest.
Oh, daughter, my words were thrown into the sky in vain concerning your murder. But if you have a greater power than your mother, make haste, hurling your voices like the mouth of a nightingale, that you not be deprived of life. Fall pitifully at the knees of this Odysseus and persuade him. You have the excuse, for even he has children, that he should pity your lot.
I see you, Odysseus, hiding your right hand under your armor and turning your face back away, lest I reach out and touch your cheek. Courage! You have escaped my prayer to suppliant Zeus. Thus shall I submit both for the sake of necessity and because I desire death. But if I shall not want it, I shall become a base and life-loving woman. Why then must I live? My father was once lord of all the Phrygians. This was the first part of my life, when I was raised in the lovely hopes to be the bride of kings with no small envy in my marriage, whose every house and heart was approached. And I was an ill-starred mistress to the women of Mount Ida, admired by wives and maidens, equal to the God-saving death alone. But now I am a slave. First, the very name unaccustomed makes me love death. Then, the chance my lot would fall to masters savage in their hearts, the kind who buy me for silver, assigning me to Hector's sister, and many others to compulsory cooking in the house, compelling me to sweep and stand at the loom, and my bed! A slave once bought from someplace, a bed once worthy of kings. No, never. From free eyes I release this light to Hades, assigning my body, so leave me, Odysseus, and leading me, put an end to me. For I see among us a courage, nor there any hope nor expectation that I must ever prosper again. Mother, you please don't get in my way, whether with words or actions. Share this desire with me to die, or for something shameful or unworthy happens to us. For whoever is unaccustomed to taste troubles, he endures, placing the yoke on his neck. He would be more fortunate dead than alive, for a bad life is a great trial. The stamp of noble men is awesome and visible among mortals, and the name of noble birth goes further for those worthy of it.
You have spoken well, daughter, but pain goes with the good. But if we must do favor for the son of Peleus, and your side must escape reproach, Odysseus, don't kill this girl. But take me to the pyre of Achilles, and stab me, don't spare me, for I bore Paris, who killed the son of Thetis, striking him with his arrows.
Not your death, old woman, did the phantom of Achilles demand, but this girl's.
Then murder me and my daughter, and twice as much blood will fall from the earth and the corpse that demanded this.
Your daughter's death is sufficient. One death must not be added to another, and we don't owe yours.
There is great necessity for me that I die with my daughter.
How so? I didn't know I'd acquired a master.
Nonetheless, like ivy to oak, so will I cling to her.
No! At least you'd obey those wisely.
So I won't willingly release this child.
Nor will I depart, leaving her here.
Mother, listen to me, and you son of Laertes, give some slack to my reasonably enraged parent. And you, oh wretched woman, do you want to have your aged skin scraped off, thrown away in public disgrace by a young man's arm? The very things you will suffer. But mother, give me your hand so sweet, and throw your cheek against mine, as I behold the sun's final ray and circle. Welcome to the end of my speeches. O mother who bore me, I depart now below.
Pitiful you are, child, but I am a wretched woman.
There in Hades I shall lie apart from you.
No. Where shall I go? Where shall I end my life?
A slave I shall die, born from a free father.
Daughter, we will slave in the light.
Unmarried, without wedding songs that were my rightful lot.
We have lost our fair share of 50 children.
What should I say to Hector and your aged husband?
Announce that I am most wretched of all women.
Oh, bosom and breast that gladly nursed me.
Oh, daughter of a fate miserable and out of season.
Farewell, Philip. Farewell from you also. Cassandra.
The others farewell. But for your mother, this isn't possible.
And my brother Polydorus, among the horse-loving Thracians.
If he really still lives, I am skeptical, as I am totally luckless.
He lives. You will close your eyes in death.
I am dead. Before death. Because of troubles.
Attend me now, Odysseus, and place my robes about my head, since even before the sacrifice my heart is wasted, and I waste my mother's laments in mourning. Oh, light of day, since I can address your name! No time goes save for how long I go between the sword and the pyre of Achilles.
Why do you disturb me in my grief, whoever you are?
I am Talthybius. I have come to do the work of the demons. Agamemnon sent me, lady.
Dearest man, have you come to say that it is best for the Achaeans to add me to the sacrifice at the tomb? Oh, then you would speak things friendly to me. Let's go!
No, go, it's gone. Lady, and I have come after you so that you bear me word. What the two athletes and the Achaean people send me.
Oh no. What will you say? You haven't really come for us so that we can die, but to signal troubles? Dead you are! Oh, child, ripped from your mother. We are childless after you. How did you make an end of her? Did you give her proper respect? Or did you go about the terrible deed by treating her like an enemy? Speak, even if you should say unwelcome things.
Double are the tears you require to read, lady. Revoked now by speaking her trouble, I wet his eye, and so I did when she died by the grave. The whole mob from the Achaean army was present by the tomb for the sacrifice of the girl. The son of Achilles took Polyxena by the hand and stood her upon the mountain top. I was nearby. Then the young men from our Achaeans gathered to restrain the bucking of their calf and followed behind. Then, taking in his hands full cup, all of gold, the son of Achilles raises with one hand libations to his dead father. To me he signals to herald silence to the whole army, and I positioned myself in their midst and said, "Silence, Achaeans, may the whole people be quiet. Silence, quiet." And I made them all calm down. And he said,
"O son of Peleus, my father, receive from me these libations of appeasement, summoners of corpses. Come so you may drink the dark, pure blood of a girl which to you we present as a gift, the army and I. Become favorable to us and grant release to the prows and moorings of our ships, and grant us all to happen upon a gentle homecoming to the fatherland."
So many things he spoke, and all the army joined in prayer. Then, taking a gold-crusted knife, dragging it from his scabbard, the son of Achilles nods to the young man picked for the army archives to grab the virgin. And she, as she understood the situation, made this speech.
"O Argives who sacked my city of Troy, I consent to death. Let nobody touch my skin. I will offer my neck firm in resolve. By the gods, let me go and kill me free so I may die free. For among the dead I feel shame to be called slave, though I am royalty!"
Proud royal people, and Lord Agamemnon sent youth to release the virgin. They released her as soon as the final word was spoke from him whose power was greatest. Then, as she heard this command of her masters, she grabbed her robe from her highest shoulder, tearing it down almost to her hips, revealing her breast and bosom as beautiful as those of a statue. And bending one knee to the earth, she made a whole list of speeches.
"Look here, young man. If you are eager to strike my chest, strike here. But if it's under the neck you want, then this throat is here and ready."
And the Lord, willingly and utterly by pity of the girl, cuts with his blade the pipes of her breath. Her life streamed away. But she, even in death, ran carefully ahead and fell with propriety, hiding what one must from the eyes of males. And as she let go her final breath in fatal slaughter, all of the Argives took up different tasks. Some from their hands threw leaves, while others began building the pyre by bringing pine logs. But anyone who was slacking off heard such abuse from another who wasn't.
"Are you just standing there, you miscreant, holding in hand neither robe nor adornment for the young lady? Aren't you going to give something to her who is so great in resolve and best in spirit?"
In saying such things about your dead daughter, I see that you are of all women best in children and worst in luck.
Some awesome sorrow is this, which boiled over on Priam's daughters, and on my city, by the compulsions of the gods.
O daughter, I know not what part of troubles to look to, for there are so many present. If I were to touch one, this one would not let me go, and another calls me aside in quick succession upon troubles, and I cannot wash from my mind your suffering so as not to mourn you. But now you've really removed the excess in the telling of your nobility. Isn't it amazing that if some bad soil gets some timely luck from the gods, it bears corn well, but good good soil, if it misses what it needs, gives a bad harvest, and among men, always the bad are nothing else than bad, the good always good, and because of disaster he does not corrupt his nature, but he is always good. Do parents make the decision? Or education? Still, also a good upbringing teaches what is right, for if he has learned it well, he knows the shameful. For he has learned it from the yardstick of the good, and yet man shoots forth these things in vain, like arrows. You go and you tell this to the Argives. Let nobody touch her. But keep the mob away from my girl, for in large armies the mob is insatiable. The anarchy of sailors is stronger than fire, and the man doing nothing evil is tagged evil himself. And you men, take an urn my old hand made, dip it into the salty sea and return it here, so I might give my daughter her final bath. The unmarried bride, the virgin no virgin, and I might lay her out. How worthily, from where I couldn't, but as I am able, from what would I suffer collecting a gown from one of the spear-won women who, sitting beside me, dwell inside these tents? Perhaps one of them has slipped by their new masters, some theft from their own home. Oh, image of my house, oh, once blessed homes, oh, you, richest and blessed above all in children, Priam! Here am I, the aged mother of your children. Thus we have come to nothing, stripped of our earlier spirit, and do we puff ourselves up? One because of his wealthy houses, another because he is deemed honorable among citizens. These things mean nothing. Vain plans of mind and boasts of the tongue. That man is most blessed, to whom each day nothing bad happens.
For me, disaster was necessary. For me, pain was necessary. From that moment when, first Alexander cut the pine forest of Mount Ida to launch a sea voyage for the bed of Helen, whom gold-gleaming Helios illuminates as most beautiful. Labors and compulsions, stronger than labors, encircling a round, a common trouble from a private idiocy. Deadly upon the land of Samoas, and disaster came to the others. Strife was judged on Ida, a shepherd man of judges, the three doctors of the blessed ones, leading to the spear and murder and outrage of my chambers. Some Spartan girl, with many tears at home, also groans around her glowing Eurotas, and upon her own grave head, the mother of dead children, sets her hand, claws her cheek, setting her bloody nails for women. Women, where is old suffering Hecuba, who is victorious over every man and woman in a contest of troubles? None shall take her crown prize away. What is it, you wretched person, with your cries of bad tidings? How these painful announcements never seem to rest. To Hecuba I bring this pain. Amidst troubles it's not easy for mortals to
spoke nothing new, hurling abuse at those already aware. But why have you come to me, attending the corpse of Polyxena, whose burial was announced as the earnest work of all the Ukians?
This woman knows nothing, but I think she laments Polyxena and does not yet grasp her new woes.
Not again. Surely you don't bear here the locket head of the prophet Cassandra.
You lament the living girl, but the dead boy you don't yet mourn. So gaze upon the barbed body of the corpse, see if some astonishment comes to you beyond expectation.
Oh boy, I see a boy. My boy? Dead. Polydorus, whom a Thracian guest friend was keeping safe at his house for me. I am finished. Lost. I no longer exist. I begin my pocket song from a god of Ben, Jensen, late learning of my troubles.
Did you, unhappy woman, recognize your son's disaster?
Unbelievable new things. I weep troubles after troubles meet. Troubles never rule a day without groans and tears. Hold me.
Terrible, oh sad one, terrible troubles we suffer.
Oh, child of an unhappy mother, by what laws are you dead by what fate do? You lie to my hand of what human being?
I don't know, I found him at the seashore.
Blown out on the smooth sand or felled by a bloody spear.
An ocean wave bore him from the sea.
Oh no, I understand the sleepy vision of my eyes. No dark, winged ghost passed by me. The sleepy vision I saw about you, oh child, that you no longer lived in Zeus's light.
Who killed him then? Can you say, by interpreting dreams?
My guest friend, the treasure horseman where his father had placed him in hiding.
Oh no, what will you say he killed him? To get the gold?
Unspeakable, unnameable, beyond wonders, unholy, and unbearable. Where's the justice of Gaspard's own? You most terrible of men! How you butchered his flesh, cutting with an iron knife his limbs! You did not feed his boy.
Oh, stop! How be divinity that leads you, no suffering among mortals, is heavy on you. But I see the shape of the master here, Agamemnon. So let's be silent, friends.
Hecuba, why do you delay coming to cover your child in a grave, especially since Livius gave me your order that none of the Argives touch your daughter? We let you have your way and have not touched her, but you are godly so much that I am amazed. I have come to fetch you, for matters have been handled well there, if any of these matters could be well. Wait, what man do I see here in the tent? One of the Trojans. Dead. For the robes of holding his corpse on me is not Argive.
Oh, miserable one, I address you as I would address myself. Hecuba, what should I do? Fall pitifully at the knees of Agamemnon or bear my troubles in silence?
Why, turning your back to my face, do you weep? Won't you say what's been done? Who is this here?
But if considering me a slave and hostile, he should throw me from his knees, we'd be put to more pain.
I am not a prophet by nature, so that without hearing I'd still learn the path of your plan.
Do I then calculate his mind to be hostile, when he really isn't hostile?
Well, if you want me to know none of this, then you have reached the same place as I, for I also do not wish to hear.
Without this man, I wouldn't be able to avenge my children. Why do I keep turning these things over? Daring is necessary, whether I am lucky or not. Agamemnon, I beseech you here at your knees, and by your great cheek and blessed right hand.
What matter? Is it to make your life free? That is fairly easy.
No, not at all. With a hand of vengeance exacted on the wicked, I would be more than willing to spend my whole life in slavery. It is not what you would guess, my
And
lord.
for what assistance then do you call us?
Do you see this corpse over which I weep?
Well, I see, but I can't understand what's coming next.
I brought this one to life once, and I carried him inside me.
But which of your children is this one, you wretched woman?
He is not one of the sons of Priam dead under Ilium.
Well, did you then give birth to another one than them?
Yes, and with little profit it seems. I bore the one you see here.
Where did he happen to be when the city was destroyed?
His father sent him away, fearful of his death.
So where did he send him away alone from his other sons?
To this very land, the very place he was discovered
To the
dead.
man, Polymestor, who rules this land.
He was sent as the guardian of that most bitter gold.
And at whose hands or by what fate is he dead?
Who else? The Thracian guest friend killed him.
Wretch. Ah, then I suppose he lost it to seize the gold.
Exactly. When he happened upon the disaster of the Phrygians.
Oh, but where did you find him? Or did someone bring the corpse to you?
That woman did. Stumbling upon it at the sea.
Oh, was she looking for it, or was she working at some other task?
She was getting some bathwater from the sea for Polysena.
Well, the Thracian guest friend killed him then. And threw him out.
Buffeted by the sea, his flesh hacked through.
Oh, your sadness of unmeasured hardships.
I am lost. No trouble yet remains.
Alas, what woman was born so unfortunate?
None, unless you mean Fortune herself. But listen, why I fall at your knees, Agamemnon. If I were to suffer things lawful to the gods, then I would accept them. But if opposite, then may you become an avenger for me against the man, the most sacrilegious guest friend who, fearing neither those above nor those below the earth, committed the most sacrilegious act. He who once shared my dinner table, holding the first rank of hospitality among my friends. And although he received which was required, he with forethought committed murder. And if he wanted to kill him, he didn't even deem him worthy of a grave, but cast him out to the sea. And while we may be slaves and without strength, the gods still are strong, and their ruler is law. We believe in the gods by reason of law, and we live with clear distinctions between unjust and just. If law, having been returned to your hands, is destroyed, or if whoever kills their guest friends does not pay, or if whoever dares to carry off the sacred things of the gods, fairness is not possible among men. So count we these things to the shameful. Show reverence for me, pity me, and having stepped back like a painter, examine these troubles which I now have. I was once a queen, and now I am your slave. I was once lucky in children, and now I am childless, cityless, alone. wretched of mortals. Oh, miserable me, wherever do you turn your feet away? I guess I'm done now. Oh, how wretched I am. How is it that mortals labor and pursue other studies as if they are all necessary, but we do not work to fulfill our understanding of persuasion, the sole ruler of mankind, by giving it money and payment so that it would then be possible to persuade and acquire at once whatever one wished? How, therefore, does one still hope to succeed? For those who were once my sons no longer exist, and I myself am driven to the most shameful acts, and I see smoke leaping out over the city. And perhaps it is not a stranger to my argument to toss in Aphrodite. But still, it must be said, by your side my daughter lies, the seer of Phoebus, whom the Phrygians call Cassandra. Where will you tally your pleasurable nights then, my lord? Or the passionate embraces of the bed, what thanks will my daughter have? And I for her, from both shadow and love charms of night, arises the greatest joy to mortals. Listen then now. This dead one here. Do you see her? By treating this one well, you'll do a favor to your brother-in-law. My speech still lacks one part. If only voice were in my arms and hands and hair and steps of my feet, whether by the art of Daedalus or some other god, they might all grasp at your knees, weeping, bringing all sorts of prosecution speeches. Oh, master, greatest light to the Greeks, be persuaded. Extend a hand of vengeance to an old woman, even if it would do nothing. Still do it, for it is the mark of a noble man to serve justice. And everywhere always treat badly the bad.
Remarkable how everything happens to mortals, and the laws of necessity demarcate them, placing the most bitter enemies in friendship, and putting an enmity those previously friendly.
With pity, I hold you, and your son, and your fortunes, Hecuba, and your suppliant hand, and on account of the gods, and justice itself, I wish the unholy guest friend pay this price of justice, if only, somehow, it might both appear that I am favorable to you, but it would not seem to the army, for Cassandra's sake, that I planned this murder of the Lord of Grace. For there is a matter where confusion has fallen on me. This man, the army considers an ally, and the dead one their enemy. But if this one here is kin to me, then this matter is separate, and none of the army's business. Think these things over. Since on the one hand, you have been willing to work with you and provide swift help, but on the other, I am slow if suspected by the Achaeans.
There is nobody among mortals who is free, for he is either a slave of money or chance, or the city's populace or written law. Keep him from using his character according to his judgment. But since you are in fear, and allot more weight to the mob, I myself shall make you free of this fear. First, understand, if I were to plot some trouble for the murderer of this man here, you would not be an accomplice. Next, if some uproar or defense were to appear from the Achaean army on behalf of a suffering Grecian man, for such things he will suffer. Keep them away, while still not appearing to do me a favor. And as for the rest, don't worry, I'll take care of it nicely.
How? What will you do? Will you take a blade in your old hand and kill the barbarian man? Or will you do it with poison? Or by some other means? What band of men will you have? Where will you get the allies?
These tents here conceal a mob of Trojan women.
Ha! Ho, ho, ho! You mean the spear prizes, the prey of the Greeks?
With these women, I shall take vengeance on the murderer of mine.
And just how will women acquire power over men?
Terrible is their number, but with deceit, hardly beatable.
Terrible indeed. Now, no, I still find fault with feminine force.
But why did not women take down the sons of Egyptus, or utterly empty remnants of men? So let it be. Let go of this argument, and send this woman safely through the army for me. And you approach the Thracian guest friend and say to him, Hecuba, the former queen of Ilium, invites you on a need no less hers than yours, and your sons too, for they must also hear the words from her. Agamemnon delayed the burial of the freshly slaughtered Polyxena, so that the sibling pair, a double anguish to their mother, may lie close by in a single flame, and then be covered in the earth.
These things will be so. And yet, even if the army could set sail, I could not grant this favor to you. But since God releases no fair breezes, the army must remain watching for calm sailing. May it turn out well somehow, for this matter is common to all, both to each private citizen and to the and the good succeed.
You, O fatherland Ilium, will no longer be counted among the unsacked cities. Such a cloud of Greeks conceals you, sacking you spear by spear, your crown of towers, hacked off, stained in defilement with the most miserable smoke. Wretched city, no longer will I set foot in you. As in
been trusted. Neither good reputation nor those who succeed won't then fail. Even the gods themselves disturb things back and forth, establishing confusion, so that by ignorance we worship them. Why does no one lament these matters or make progress before troubles? If you are at all to reproach my absence, please hold off. For I happen to be away within the midst of the borders of grace when you came here. And when I arrived home, I barely set foot outside my house when this slave woman of yours fell into the same place speaking words which when I heard, I came.
I am ashamed to look you in the eye, Polymaster, lying here in such troubles, to be seen by someone who knew me when I was prosperous. Shame holds me, and I might not be able to look you directly in the eyes. Please, don't consider it hostility to you, Polymaster. Besides, custom is somewhat responsible that women do not behold men face to face.
It's no wonder at all. But what need do you have of me? What matter did you call my foot from my house?
A private matter of my own do I wish to speak to you and your sons. Order your attendants for my sake to step back from this house here.
Go away, for the solitude is secure. A friend you are, but still a greater friend to me is the army of the Uckians. Yet you must explain why the successful man must provide protection to his unsuccessful friends. Thus I am prepared.
First, tell me about my son, Polydorus, whom you keep at your house, from my own hand and from his father's, whether he still lives. The rest, I say second.
Sure, your part in him prospers.
Dearest man, how you speak in a way worthy of yourself.
What second matter do you wish to know of me?
Does he remember me at all, his dear mother here?
And in fact, he was meaning to approach you here in secret.
And the gold with which he kept from Troy is safe.
Safe and guarded in my house.
Keep it safe now. Don't covet your neighbor's things.
No way. May I benefit from what is already here?
So, do you know what I wish to tell you and your sons?
No, in your speech you shall indicate it.
This is you. Man so dear to me then, and dear to me now.
What matter must both I and my sons know?
The gold of Priam's sons, its ancient hiding place deep in the earth.
And this is what you wanted to tell your son.
Indeed, through you, of course, for you are a pious man.
But why then do you require the presence of my children?
It's better, in case you should die, that these ones know too.
You speak well, and even wiser thus.
So, do you know where are the chambers of Trojan Athena?
The gold is in that place. What sign is there?
A black rock rising above the earth.
So is there anything else of what is here that you wish to tell me?
Well, I wish for you to keep safe the money with which I came here.
Where is it? Do you keep it in your robes? Or have you hidden it?
It's hidden in a mass of plunder inside these chambers.
But where? You're surrounded like a harbor by the Uckians.
The chambers of the Sphere-One women are private.
It is safe and free of men.
None of the Uckians are inside, but we women are alone. So, why don't you come with me into our chambers? For in fact, the Argives long to free their ships footing from Troy, and having accomplished all you needed, you may return to where you lodged my child.
Not yet have you paid, but perhaps you will pay justice! As someone having plunged into a harborless sewer, You will fall away from your heart's desire, your life lost. For where liability concurs with justice and gods, there is a deadly, deadly trouble. The hope of this path will trick you, and has driven you to deadly Hades, you miserable man! Until lead life by a hand unaccustomed to war.
Did you hear the Thracian man's lament, friends?
Oh Lord, I cry for my children at your miserable slaughter.
Friends, new troubles have been accomplished inside the house.
But may you not think I give up the cross right to strike the heart of the house. Look, the blow is raised by a heavy hand.
Do you want us to attack? How it's high time for the presence of our allies for Hecuba and the Trojan women!
Go on and smash, spare nothing, break open the gates, for never will you set right sight in your eyes, nor see alive your sons whom I killed.
So have you let go the Thracian guest friend, and do you rule him, my lady? And have you actually done the things you claim?
You will see him very soon, blind, moving by blind feet, and the bodies of his 2 dead boys, whom I killed with these best Trojan women. To me, he has paid justice. But here he comes from inside the house. I will step back and I will watch the roiling, unconquerable Thracian rage.
Oh boy, how should I live? How should I stand, walking around like a 4-legged mountain beast on hands and foot? What sort of path should I take? This one? Or that? Seeking to seize the man-murdering women of Ilium! Destroying me! Cruel daughters of the Phrygians! Tell me in which corner they cower from me! Only you, Helios, could heal the blinded, blooded sockets of my eyes, exchanging them for light. But silence! I detect the secret step of women. Where may I rush at them and sink myself in their blood and bone, setting up a feast fit for a savage beast, reaping outrage and retribution for my atrocity? O wretch, how am I carried, having left my children alone to the battles of Hades? Carved up, slaughtered, a bloody banquet for dogs to be thrown mercilessly on the mountainside. How should I sit, where walk, where stand, like a ship with its ropes and at sea? Gather my robes, trim it as a guard for my children, instead of them.
Oh, wretch, you have done such unbearable troubles. Punishments to you who committed acts terrible and shameful. Has some god given who is heavy on you?
Aye, come, clan of Thrace, you spear-bearing armed with your fine horses, you subjects of Ares, you Atreus, you Achaeans, help! Help, I cry, help! Oh, come, by the gods, come. Does no one hear me? Or will no one defend me? Why do you delay? My women, we have been beaten by the spear-won women. Terribly we have suffered. Where should I go? Where journey? Flying up to heaven's high vault where Orion or Sirius fling beams of flames from their eyes? Or should wretched eyes feed into Hades' dark stench?
It is understandable, whenever someone suffers trouble stronger than bearing, to attempt escape from the wretched life!
I heard your screams of pain for the child of the
mountain rock echo was not silent, but it has clattered through the army, producing an uproar. If we had not known that the tower of the Phrygians had fallen by the Greek spear, then this crashing here would have provided fear in no small portion.
Oh, best of friends, I heard and recognized your voice, Agamemnon. Do you see what we saw?
Oh, Master, you miserable man, who destroyed you? Who blinded your eyes and bloodied their pupils, and who killed these boys back here? Surely whoever it was held a great rage at you and your children.
I give up. Along with the spear Leavy destroyed me. Not just destroyed me, but worse still.
You did this deed, Hecuba. As he says, you had the heart to do this impossible act of daring.
What will you say? Is of your enemy, Agamemnon. And so that I may not stretch out my feet too long. Ever someone who's lived has spoken poorly of women, or someone who lives now, or someone who may come to live, I can speak, already having abridged all these matters, that neither the land nor the sea nurtures a race such as this one. And any time someone meets one, they understand.
Don't be so bold, nor blame the entire female race, lumping them in with your troubles. For there are many of us, some of whom are called hateful, while others are naturally among the number of the wicked.
Agamemnon, for humans it was never necessary for the tongue to have more power than deeds. For if one has done good deeds, he should have said good words. But if his deeds wicked, then his words rotten, and never be able to speak well about injustice. So the experts in these things are clever, but they are not allowed to be clever forever, and they die badly. No one has ever escaped. Your business is part of my preamble. But I'll go to this man, and I'll answer his arguments. You, who claim to have been doubly lightening the Achaean load, and acting because of Agamemnon when you killed my boy. But, you most vile of men, first. Never could the barbarian race ever be able to become friends with the Greeks, nor could it. Currying what sort of favor were you so eager to form an alliance in marriage, or to become a kinsman, or holding what cause? Or was it that they intended to sail back here and hack down your harvest? To whom do you think this will persuade? Next, how was it when Troy still prospered and the towered walls surrounded the city, and Priam lived, and Hector's spear flourished? Why then, if you really wanted to do favor to this man, did you not kill the boy whom you kept and raised at your house, or bring him alive to the Argives? But when our light was put out and the city signaled by smoke it was under attack, you killed a guest friend that had come to your hearth. In addition to these arguments, hear how you appear evil. You should have, if you really were a friend to the Greeks, given the money which you say was not yours, but his to keep, and given it to the men who are needy, and who for a long time have been away from their ancestral land. But you, oh, not even now. Can you bear to release it from your hand, or keep it under control at home, and by protecting my son, as you should have protected him, safe and sound, he would have been a great glory. For amidst troubles, the good become friends most clear. Good deeds keep friends every time. And if you had needed money while my son prospered, he would have been a great treasure for you, but now you don't have that man for a friend, and both the benefit of the gold and your sons is gone. And you did it to yourself. But I say to you, Agamemnon, if you defend this more just. We will say you rejoice in evil men, being such a one yourself. But I don't verbally abuse my masters.
Phew! How good masters always give to mortals the occasion for good works!
Worded so, is it for me to judge another's troubles, but still a necessity, for it also brings shame, if I take this matter into my own hands and shove it away. To my mind, so that you know, you seem to have done a favor neither to me, nor the Uckians by killing a man who was a guest, friend, but merely so you can have a gold in your own home. You say things advantageous to yourself because you are in trouble. So, it was easier among you people to kill a guest friend quickly, but to us Greeks, this thing is shameful. How then, having found you innocent, could I escape reproach from my people? I would not be able. So, since you dare do things not noble, submit also to things not of your life.
Oh my! By a woman! Seems I have been beaten by a slave woman. Now I must submit and pay justice to my inferiors.
Is it not justly, since you did evil?
My children in my eyes
You
will
feel pain. Why? Don't you think I feel pain for my boy?
You rejoice in your outrageous treatment of me, you villain.
Must I not rejoice in my vengeance against you?
But not too fast whenever the ocean down
Won't ferry me to the borders of Greece.
shall carry you when you've fallen from the ship's mast.
When I've happened upon a violent fall at whose hands?
You yourself will step on that masthead.
With wings at my back, or in what sort of way?
A bitch dog you'll become, possessing fiery eyes.
How is it you know of my metamorphosis?
A prophet to the Thracians. Dionysus said these things.
And he prophesies nothing of your current troubles.
No, or else you never would have taken me thus with deceit.
Dead or alive, here shall I complete my life.
Dead, your tomb shall acquire the name.
Won't you say it is named after my shape?
The tombstone of a wretched bitch, a signpost for sailors.
None is a concern to me, since you, at least, have paid justice.
And necessity it is that your daughter Cassandra die!
I spit back in your face. And I give you these things to keep for yourself.
The spouse of this man here, a desperate housewife, will kill her!
May the daughter of Tindarius be not so wild with madness.
And this man here should raise us up the action!
Are you mad? Are you in love with falling into troubles?
Kill me then, for tonight vassal waits you.
Oh, will you not hold him off violently, servant?
Will you not feel pain? Listen.
Will you not restrain his mouth?
Shut! For my speech is complete.
Will you not, as quickly as you can, expand him somewhere on a deserted island, since he now is in his way, with too much boldness? You miserable woman, come here and bury the two corpses. And you must draw near the tents of your masters, the women of Troy. For I see these rings here are escorting us homewards. May we sail well into our fatherland, and may we see our affairs well at home, free from these toils here.
Go to the harbors and tents.